What's up, guys? Charlie Marlow here. Got to jump on. Finally talk some Cardinals baseball. I know it's been a while. I'll get to that in a second. Whew. It has been ugly, though, the last couple weeks or so. For these Redbirds, since we last talked, you had the 5 straight losses, if you include the last game against the Royals, getting swept by the Reds, losing the first game to the Dodgers, and then losing that series to the Dodgers, even though they did play pretty well. Dodgers are obviously good, but still at this point, it ain't about moral victories. When you're 61-63 and you're battling for a wild card spot, let's be real, you're only battling for a wild card spot now because things have been so bad for the last couple weeks. You're basically out of it in terms of the National League Central. 11 games back of the Brewers, who come to town starting tomorrow. Huge series for the Cardinals if they have any chance of staying in this wild card race. Right now, the Cardinals on pace to win only 80 games. Okay, so you're 11 back in the division, 5 back in the wild card. You still got to jump 3 teams, and there's teams right behind you also that are right in the mix. Right now, you have to jump the Giants, Mets, and the Braves. But you just wonder also, a whole season, is this really a good baseball team? The answer is no. I mean, are they mediocre? Are they okay? Are they average? They were horrible the first month. They had that nice stretch we always talk about, joke about, starting on Mother's Day. They have a really good 2 weeks or so. Ever since then, not great. So really, we're talking about a really good 2-week stretch going back to May or so. Overall, with a tough schedule ahead, this is not a good baseball team. And if you want to say, okay, I get it. If you're talking about a team that's trending towards 80 wins, a tough schedule ahead still, it is not going to be easy. You know, I didn't even look. Somebody will let me know. I didn't look at the Fangraphs playoff odds. I obviously know they're going to be super, super low. When we did a bunch of live streams a couple weeks ago, right around and right after the trade deadline, I remember seeing the playoff odds were somewhere around 17% and then 21%. I believe they got up to 27%, correct me if I'm wrong, right after they won those 2 games against the Rangers. So still, it was going to be an uphill climb. And now with 38 to go, the fact that you're 11 games out of the division, so that's over. You say, oh, think about 2011. It ain't happening this year, folks. That 2011 team had ridiculous talent, okay? This team does not. They ain't coming back from 11 games back to chase and catch the Brewers. Wild card, only opportunity, and that's a super high uphill climb. So let me know in the comments, and I'll look after this, whatever the Fangraphs playoff odds are. But hell, it's got to be what? 10% or so? That's what I'm guessing. So what do you guys think of the Cardinals? Are you pissed that they added at the deadline? I'm not. I still think they had to add. If you're a couple games out at the deadline and you're coming off a crap season like last year, you can't give up on the season. Now, if they don't make the playoffs this year, which it looks like they won't, I'm ready for a big quasi rebuild. I don't think that means you just straight up tank. I think the Cardinals young position players on paper, are pretty good. But I think we need a wholesale change front office-wise. I would like to see John Mozeliak pass the baton to a Chaim Bloom this winter. And however you want to phrase it, I know Mozeliak's under contract through 2025. He's obviously not going to be fired by Bill DeWitt. Let's be honest. But I think you should start that transition as quickly as possible. This team needs an organizational rebuild. It's just not working. And I said, look, I was happy with the moves at the deadline. They have not worked so far, so I was wrong about that. I still think those are solid moves for 2025. Eric Fetty's a guy that you should want in your rotation for how much money he's making. And you gave up basically Tommy Edman. And there was a lot of redundancy on the roster with Brendan Donovan and Tommy Edman. So even if the Cardinals don't make the playoffs, I still think it was a smart thing to add. Now, you may come to me and say, oh, they should have got rid of Ryan Helsley when his value was at an all-time high. Look, that's a fair argument to make. I think you could still deal him in the offseason, although I don't think they will, because the Cardinals will always try to compete. So I think it's more likely they hold on to Helsley and trade him at the deadline, next trade deadline. That's just what I think the Cardinals will do. I'm not saying that's the right move, but I don't think the Cardinals are going to be in a full sell-off mode. I think you can do a quasi rebuild. I think you can give some young pitchers opportunities. Although, look at the guys under contract. Miles Michaelis under contract for next year. Steven Matz under contract. Eric Fetty under contract. Sonny Gray under contract. You're telling me you're signing Sonny Gray? So, as I say that, is next year going to look that much different? I hate to say it, but the problem with this team, though, is organizationally, right? The big league roster is just a reflection of what's been going wrong at the minor league level for years and years and years. And bad trades, bad evaluation of talent, the wrong trades, picking the wrong guys. Seems like every outfielder that leaves here is way better. We'll see what happens with Dylan Carlson. So far, so good, though. It's just one of those things. I understand Cardinals fans are very, very frustrated. So let me know in your comments what you guys think. By the way, I was not on because last week I was in Long Beach, California, Southern California area, Food Allergy Institute with my son, doing a lot of stuff there with his food allergies. It's all good. He's in perfectly fine health otherwise, but we have to do that. So that's why I wasn't doing videos. And I'm still doing all the NASCAR stuff, which I have to say is kind of my top priority right now. Plus, let's be real, the Cardinals are not that exciting to discuss. I'm just being real with you guys. But thank you for watching. As always, comment, like, subscribe on the channel. This video brought to you by Triad Bank, St. Louis Lawn Care, St. Louis Equipment, Corner Butcher, St. Louis Equipment for all of your mowing needs. You can buy your lawnmower there. You can get it repaired there. You can buy your small engine tools. I bought a blower there, Husqvarna brand. I bought a trimmer, which was Crest brand. Triad Bank, best decision I ever made for my rental property business. Getting all my commercial loans over there at Triad Bank, going from a big national bank that doesn't care about me to a local bank over there in Frontenac, Triad Bank, that does care about me. They also have their location in Creve Coeur, and they have retail banking, which I'm going to open up myself. So Triad Bank, St. Louis Lawn Care, they can cut your lawn, they can do your mulch, they can do all of your mosquito and bug control and all that. And then, of course, Corner Butcher in Fenton. Maybe you saw also on Twitter, X, I put out there, look, I'm not leaving this channel by any means, but you guys are a very devoted guys and gals, very devoted group of about 8,000 subscribers that love Cardinals content. And if my main job is going to be NASCAR and Kenny Wallace content, I don't want to only post 1 or 2 videos a week for you guys. So again, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to still post on this channel, Talking Cardinals. I'm still going to upload videos and do live streams, but I'd like to find a talented person, kid, college kid, whoever it is. Doesn't have to be young, old, doesn't matter. As long as you can produce and upload Cardinals videos on your own. And I want somebody else to join the channel, basically, who can do a lot of Cardinals videos. So that's what I'm looking for over the next several weeks. I understand the end of the season might not be super interesting, but it should be a really interesting offseason, you would think. If anything happens with Mozeliak, front office, coaching staff, I don't know what's going to happen with Ollie, but you got to think the offensive staff, you would think that there's turnover there, I would hope, the way the offense has been this year. So we shall see. So quick update, quick video. I'll jump on and do some more videos, do a live stream this week. I did watch a lot of yesterday's game, just being honest, because I was in California. Didn't watch really anything of the Red Series, but was following it. And then I got back, but watched a ton of the game yesterday. You know, the Cardinals played well, but I mean, moral victories in the mid August month ain't gonna help you, even though the Dodgers are good. Sonny Gray pitched pretty well, close game, good, well-played baseball game, but this is the big leagues, man, to quote Tim McCarver. It ain't about moral victories. All right, glad to be back. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, share the channel, share the shows, share the videos, put them on social media, put them on your group text, and please support our sponsors, Triad Bank, St. Louis Lawn Care, St. Louis Equipment, and Corner Butcher in Fenton. Thanks, guys. See ya. Go Cardinals.